What is up, YouTube? It is the Heartbreak Cat, and today I have something a little bit different for you guys. I actually put together the first episode of TFW, put all three parts together. If anyone actually remembers TFW, might be a little old for some of you viewers, but I just thought I would do a little commentary on it, looking back, because I haven't even seen these first episodes in quite a long time myself. So I thought I would just kind of take a look back with you guys at the show that I used to have and probably won't ever continue, unfortunately. So we start off with Vince McMahon coming out and telling the audience to shut up, leading to Stone Cold coming out and basically cussing him out. I found this hilarious interview years ago, and I just decided to use that. It's funny, one time family members, because they found out I was into stop motion, this was like, I don't know, 4 years ago, probably longer actually. TFW's been around for a while now that I think about it. Anyway, they wanted to see some of my work, and so without thinking I opened up this one, and so basically what they saw was a figure slightly moving its arm while you hear a bunch of cussing, and so that was a great way to introduce to my family that I do stop motion. What's next? Oh, Super Crazy. Anyone remember Super Crazy? In this beautifully made backstage area with a ladder, 2 chairs, and a bench. Because to imply that it's backstage, you gotta put a bunch of random weapons. That's what all the great animators do. So then we make a challenge for Umaga. I miss Umaga. He was a good wrestler. But now we have our first match. And when I was actually planning the matches for the first episode, part of it was kind of a continuation of the Elimination Chamber video I did a long time ago. I kind of just started TFW off of that in a way, because Stone Cold won the match and defeated Edge as the final two, and so I made Stone Cold the champion in TFW, and his first challenger was Edge. Also, I believe Jeff Hardy eliminated Randy Orton in the Elimination Chamber, so I thought I would have these two start a little bit of a rivalry on my show. So it's kind of funny, actually, looking back, that the first match I ever did was also the last match I ever did, since No Escape was never finished. This was back when I was not very good with 2 strings, and so you'll see a lot of 1-string action today. I really have improved over the years as an animator. I'm quite proud looking back. I used to love that suplex, thinking I did such a great job. Now looking back and realizing how shit it is. For those who are wondering, first of all, look at that ridiculous finish. An RKO gets reversed into a roll-up after it hits. Also, the barbed wire bat was incredibly random, but because of the figure had a closed fist, I couldn't have him holding a chair or anything. So I was just like, I'll use a barbed wire baseball bat. Jax didn't paint it, so who cares? No one will notice. So now we have Umaga and Estrada entering the ring. And look at those stiff punches. Those are the kind of punches you would see in Japan. And the brutal ass to face. And that's the end of the match, folks. God, you can't have a figure fed without having a squash match. Like, what animator doesn't do squash matches? Come on. As we see this wonderful generic Windows Movie Maker replay screen. Meanwhile, because that's what they do on Raw. They just have a little green tile slide that says "Meanwhile." Oh my god, is anyone else blinded by that text? Jeez. Also, notice a random 2007 magazine on the floor because they wouldn't stand on carpet well enough for me. So yeah, I put a magazine on the floor. I wonder if I even still have my magazines. I probably just kept them for like the Diva pictures, I don't know. I think on the internet exists now. Oh. Well, that's enough of that discussion, but here we have an interview of Kurt Angle. This was actually an interview I took from TNA when he was joining TNA, but I cut it off right before he said NA, so it looked like he was about to say TFW. And the reason there is no sound, in this voiceover. First of all, so I can actually hear myself talk, I guess, and second of all, copyright. I don't really want to get any copyright on this channel. And here we have Shawn Michaels versus Shelton Benjamin. This one was just completely thrown together. I was just like, hey, I'll do this match. Looks like fun. I wanted to include Shawn Michaels in the first episode, but I didn't really know who to put him against. So that's how that's gonna work. Gotta love my crowds. It just ends. Ain't no stopping me now. And then they just teleports. This was before I actually moved their arms when they walked. I really have changed a lot. When was this even filmed? Like 2000. Oh man. Sometime in 2007, I'm assuming. Oh, what a heel. What a heel. We don't have as much fan interaction these days in wrestling. But that can really help heels out. They should go back to that. Maybe not ripping signs necessarily. Also, I don't remember why I did this. I think it was just me being lazy. But that's a really cute picture of my cat. So, I would say it's worth it. What else do we got? This match probably isn't going to go on for too much longer, I'd assume. Do I have any thoughts about this match? It sucked. And then we have this finish because I could not do super kicks, so I had to have him on the corner and just kick backwards. Oh boy. And so Shawn Michaels is the winner indeed. And now we have our main event, Stone Cold vs. Edge. I like this match. I thought it was a cool feud to do. And then here we have Mick Foley introducing our Hardcore Championship in this random backstage segment in Mr. McMahon's huge office. So yeah, that's something. And at the time I didn't have any. Actually, I still don't have a hardcore belt, so I just used the spinner belt and just like wrote Extreme on it or something. I don't remember what I did. And here we have Edge sliding his way into the ring. Edge head. Funny thing is, that was an Edge figure, a really, really old one. In case you haven't noticed, all my audience members are like that. And there's Stone Cold Steve Austin. That wasn't me trying to do a Stone Cold impression. I don't know what I was doing. Give me a hell yeah. Okay, that was a little bit of me trying to do an impression, but that time I was failing on accident. Wrong elbow. Gotta love back in the days when people would reuse pictures because they were lazy. I don't do that anymore. At least I don't think I do. No. Now Edge going after the knee. And the funny thing about these episodes is I would just like use commentary from SmackDown and Raw, so the commentators would just like switch off, which was really bad, but I was somewhat lazy. And sometimes it's really hard to find like good audio to commentate on what you want it to commentate on, you know. But here's the finish. Stone Cold Stunner, and then out of nowhere Randy Orton with a terribly animated RKO. Oh no, he's got upon him. Oh, Jeff Hardy making the save. And then we have this match end via disqualification. So that was the first episode of TFW. If you want me to commentate on the other episodes, I probably will. I just, it's fun looking back on all this and just, seeing how much I've really changed and, just everything. Thanks for watching. Peace.